say April Fools at the end of this statement, but unfortunately it's not a joke. I'm here to share a troubling story about transparency, or the lack of it, revealed through a dispute over OPRA requests. This isn't just about records, it's about what those in power don't want us to see and why. I submitted an OPRA request for communications between former and current borough officials, including email logs, simple metadata like sender, receiver, date, and subject. These logs were official, critically to the investigation of criminality within the Fox administration, where Cannon and Kostyz both served. I received a denial from Cannon through Kostyz, claiming recent OPRA amendments barred my access to email server logs. The reasoning was vague, the citation shaky, it didn't hold up. I appealed, citing clear precedent of New Jersey's Supreme Court ruling. I reviewed the 2024 amendments myself. There is no exemption for email logs. Cannon's denial was baseless. Then I got an email from Kostyz, CC'd to Cannon, conceding my request. She claimed it was solely her decision alone, with no instruction from any professionals or colleagues, and promised to provide me the requested email logs this week. That's where this gets interesting and suspect. Cannon, our borough attorney and supposed OPRA expert, denied my request, implying I wasn't entitled to the logs. Yet, after my appeal exposed his error in legal judgment, or worse, his intent, he stayed silent and hid behind Kostyz. She unilaterally reversed course, implausibly without his approval. She wanted me to believe she, the clerk, went rogue, overriding Cannon's legal stance without consulting anyone. That's strange credulity. It's far more logical Cannon, realizing his denial wouldn't hold up a legal challenge, orchestrated this concession to avoid putting his name on it. Why? Either he grossly misjudged the law, unlikely for an attorney, or he knew that the logs would reveal something he'd rather keep buried, something tied to my investigation that he was hoping I would accept his denial and not have the skill set to challenge him. This brings me to a letter sent demanding that they recuse themselves from handling my request, citing the rule of professional conduct. Their roles in the Fox administration create a conflict of interest. They're not neutral custodians, they're lead players. First denying my request and then capitulating when challenged smacks of abusing their authority to shield themselves personally. If I didn't know how to write a legal appeal, they would have succeeded in withholding records illegally and without cause, denying my right to access. This isn't just my fight, it's about every resident's right to know what's happened. As an attorney, Cannon knew from the start I was legally entitled to those logs. He didn't want them released because of what they would prove. Misconduct Cannon and Kostyz are desperate to conceal. That's not incompetence, that's premeditated calculation, and it's precisely why Cannon and Kostyz can't be trusted to handle my requests when it's not their own actions, when it's their own actions under scrutiny. I offered the construction permits and was denied, saying they must be requested by specific addresses, not by year. However, Jen Bean revealed that it was not her experience. She received the last 5 years of permits by year. Another lie to deny my obtaining information Cannon and Kostyz don't want me to have. Transparency isn't optional, it's the law. When those entrusted with it twist it to protect themselves, they betray us all. And I urge this council to investigate this behavior, to hold accountable those who would rather hide than serve. Fox stated publicly last week it was T&M who wrote the RFP for the church. He said it was DeMarco, Fehrenbach, and Humphrey. He admitted he's not qualified and doesn't have the skills to draft an RFP, but apparently they do. He claimed that they ran it past T&M. He and T&M got paid he said T&M got paid approximately $4,000 only to have the RFP DeMarco, Fehrenbach, and Humphrey wrote run past them. Yet Cannon and Kostyz explained in great detail on January 21st, 2025 in their infamous video that T&M knew nothing about the RFP and Fox and Fehrenbach and DeMarco wrote it. Someone is lying. I offered the financial records. T&M was paid $27,000 for an RFP they never drafted, and we're paying CME $20,000 to write a second one. That's $47,000 of your tax dollars, not $4,000 that Fox claimed. Was T&M paid $27,000, or was that money embezzled too? So many questions with so few answers. Who really are the fools here? That concludes my statement.
Thank you. Are there any other comments or questions?